There's a lot in this world that's just plain stupid. Brushing your teeth after drinking orange juice. Asking a Scotsman about his skirt. Telling that police officer who just pulled you over that you suddenly smell bacon. Why not try something that might make you a little bit smarter? It's time for another damn trivia show. Stick around and listen. I think you'll be glad you did.
Hey there, we're here at Ditka's Sports Bar, and now that we're all pumped up, I have a sports situation I'd like to pose to you. Who would win in the Super Bowl? A team of 24 Hall of Famers, some Marines, a pack of ninjas, and one of them there orc things from Lord of the Rings, versus the Bears, coached by Mike Ditka. The Bears! Of course it's the Bears! It's a no-brainer! That other team would need some tanks just to make it interesting. You know, the Bears retired the number of one Mr. Ditka, good old 89. So in honor of that greatest of Chicago coaches, let's make this episode 89 of another damn trivia show and retire that number in the halls of Pod Bros and the Wicked Radio Network. Hey, who would win in a trivia match between Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking, Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know it doesn't even matter, the Bears! Of course it's the Bears! They're so smart! If you haven't heard of the podcast Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, you need to check them out. It's a great podcast, husband and wife, great conversation, it's funny, it's endearing to listen to, it's really entertaining, and man, have they got you covered on Napa weather. I mean, you will be able to pack for the weather, the day. If you're going to Napa, they have got you set. Like a barometer and air pressure and wind speeds and chance of rain, way better than meteorologists, all right? But it's not a weather show, though it could be a weather show. It's not. It's really entertaining. It's really great to listen to. Why am I bringing that up now, you ask? Well, one of the hosts is Annalise, who can be found at WireTech Girl, and I asked her for some category ideas. She gave me 2. I'm using them both. So, when Category 2 and Category 3 come around, if you love them, message her, tell her, great idea for categories. If you didn't like them, well, you know where to send your complaints. But for now, let's get to Category 1. In honor of the Bears retiring Mike Ditka's jersey number 89, we are going with the category Retired but Never Forgotten, where I will ask you questions about retired numbers in sports and who had them. Here we go. Question 1. Only one hockey player in the NHL has had his number retired league-wide, but also by 2 individual teams. I'd give you what that number was, but that might make this question too easy. Who is the player? Question 2. Only one number has been retired for all teams in the MLB. It's number 42, and it's in honor of which player? Question 3. The number 13 is unlucky for some, but wasn't for this former LA Laker who had it retired in his honor. Question 4. Number 9 was retired by the Red Wings and the Whalers, and even stayed retired when Hartford moved to become the Carolina Hurricanes. Who wore number 9? And finally, the Toronto Blue Jays have only retired one number. It was number 12. Who was the player? And that does it for retired but never forgotten. And takes us to category number 2. This is the first of Annalise's suggestions. And it's called That's the Spirit. And I'm going to be basically asking you questions about the key ingredients in certain types of alcohol. Now, don't let the category name fool you. Not all of them are spirits, technically, but don't worry. In the question, I let you know if it's a distilled beverage, a spirit, a liqueur, what have you. Now, I'm already foreseeing some problems because some lesser-known alcohols could probably be made with the same main ingredient, or they're like an offshoot of that alcohol or whatever. I'm looking for the main popular type of alcohol that would be made from this key ingredient, okay? Here we go. Question 1. This distilled beverage is traditionally made with fermented potatoes. Hearty, like drinking French fries. Question 2. It's a regionally specific name for a beverage made from the blue agave plant. So this is like one of those situations where you think all sparkling wine is champagne, but unless it comes from Champagne, the Champagne region of France, it's not champagne, it's sparkling wine. Same thing, I didn't know about this particular alcohol. I thought it was just a type of alcohol, but apparently it has to come from a specific region. The name is very common though, and it's made from the blue agave plant. Question 3. This spirit is flavored using various botanicals, including wormwood. This spirit is flavored using various botanicals. I don't know why I can't say that without a P sound. Using various botanicals, including wormwood. Question 4. This liqueur is made from a base of apricot pits or almonds or both. And finally, this alcoholic beverage is made from sugarcane byproducts such as molasses. And that's it for That's the Spirit, and takes us to Annalise's second category suggestion, which was comic book storylines. So, what I'm doing for this category is I am describing a famous comic storyline. You are telling me which comic superhero is the focus of the storyline. Now, it's rather hard for me to describe the storyline without mentioning the hero's name and not just keep going the hero, the villain, the hero. So I have changed the names of the heroes just to make, and in some cases the villains, don't be confused. So when I say a name of a hero, that name has been changed for the hero's identity. You need to give me the actual hero, the name of the actual hero involved in the storyline. Alright, here we go. Question 1. In this storyline, an interdimensional family known as the Inheritors are killing all the various smartass totems across the dimensions. It's up to the surviving smartasses to come together in their various forms and fight for survival. Hint: smartass is the made-up name for the hero. I'm looking for the actual name of the hero. There's no hero called smartass. Question 2. An unstoppable monster named Kitten Paws is unearthed and tears a path of destruction across the country. Earth's greatest champion, awesome guy, fights the beast through several issues of the comic until finally, one last powerful blow kills them both, supposedly. Sadness reigns. Question 3. Our hero Zippy wakes up to discover everything in the world is different. Friends are enemies, enemies are friends, and heroes are going to war and will probably end the world. It all has to do with time travel and stuff, so it gets confusing, but most importantly, it kicks off the New 52. Question 4. In the aftermath of Civil War, Mr. Boy Scout is assassinated, and his old buddy Chaps takes on the mantle of Mr. Boy Scout, until the original returns, of course. And finally, Sadface faces a horrible foe, Lucha Hombre, who breaks Sadface's back. It's a long road to recovery, and when Sadface is back in fighting shape, he must take on the new Sadface, who is killing in his name. No bueno, amigos. And that does it for comic storylines. And that takes us to our last category, a very funny category. I found something up doing some research about movies. Sometimes people will change the titles of movies when they're going to a foreign market. Maybe the name of a movie is a phrase that wouldn't translate properly, or something, or the culture requires more literal titles, or whatever. I found a site, and I corroborated it. I found a site that tells you the English translation of the foreign names of English movies. So, for example, in certain foreign markets, the movie The Sixth Sense, in English, the title in the foreign markets is He's a Ghost! Kind of gives away the ending, don't you think? So I'm going to give you the title of an American movie in the foreign market. I'm then going to pause. If you can get it right from there, if you can guess what the movie is from just the title, great. If not, I'm going to add 2 of the stars of the movie. Alright? So these are legitimate American movies. These are the names they have in foreign markets. Here we go. Movie number 1. Calamity Express Can't Be Stopped. Can you guess the movie based off that title? If not, maybe knowing that it stars Denzel Washington and Chris Pine will help. Calamity Express Can't Be Stopped. Question 2. Movie title 2. Destiny Medicine Changes Human Brain. And that movie stars Bradley Cooper and Robert De Niro. Destiny Medicine Changes Human Brain. Question 3. His great device makes him famous. Is the literal translation of the foreign name for what movie? And the stars are Mark Wahlberg and Heather Graham. His great device makes him famous. This next one should be easy. It's the only one that has the actual, one of the words in the actual title in the translated title. Hornet Mask Rampage. Hornet Mask Rampage. And if you still need help, the stars are Seth Rogen and Cameron Diaz. And finally, my favorite one. I will marry a prostitute to save money. I will marry a prostitute to save money. Do you need help with the celebrities in that movie? If so, Julie Roberts and Richard Gere. I will marry a prostitute to save money. Now, why are these translations the way? Why don't they make a direct translation? I don't know. I gave you some of my theories before. But there you go. Why was Sixth Sense turned into He's a Ghost? That's show business. And this business is done business. Those are all our questions. So, let's get to some shameless self-promotion. That's the business part. Gotta pay the bills. The non-existent bills with the non-existent money. And when we get back, answers. Sweet.
If you want to get a hold of me, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1. Hop on your computer or mobile device. 2. Go to Twitter. And 3. Send a message to @obrundage, that's OH_Brundage, BRUNDAGE, or @TheRealADTS. One's my personal Twitter and one's the show's, but both get to me. Why would you want to contact me? You could tweet me your score so I could shout you out on the next episode. You could suggest a category you really want to hear. You could write your own category complete with the questions for me to use. Or you could leave me a comment that simply must be said. About the show would be nice, but not necessary. Now you obviously stumbled on the show at least once. But did you know there's a lot of places on the internet to find another damn trivia show? There's iTunes, Stitcher, and TalkShoe.com. You can listen to ADTS weekly on Radio Fubar, but my personal favorite is to head over to Podbro or the Wicked Radio Network. Both great sources for all your podcasting needs and wants. Well, that about does it for another round of shameless self-promotions. Now, on with the show.
This show has been designed for the sports fan, the comic fan, the movie fan, and the drunk. So I'm ever so curious to hear how you all did. Make sure to tweet me your answers, like I said in the shameless self-promotion, so I can find out. Are you the sports fan, the comic fan, the movie fan, or the drunk, or all of the above? Let's get to the answers and find out, shall we? In Retired But Never Forgotten, the only hockey player to have his number retired across the league was Wayne Gretzky, good old number 99, yay Canada. The great one, best hockey player ever, etc., etc., etc. The only number to be retired for all teams in baseball is 42, and that was Jackie Robinson's number. Wilt Chamberlain was number 13 and had that number retired with the LA Lakers. Gordie Howe wore number 9 for Hartford and for Red Wings, Detroit. And finally, Roberto Alomar is the only player to have his number retired for the Toronto Blue Jays. So quickly, Wayne Gretzky, Jackie Robinson, Wilt Chamberlain, Gordie Howe, and Roberto Alomar are your answers for category number 1. Category number 2, that's the spirit. Potatoes make you vodka. Blue agave makes you tequila. Wormwood makes you absinthe. Almonds or apricot pits or both make you amaretto. And sugarcane byproducts get you rum. So, vodka, tequila, absinthe, amaretto, and rum are your answers for That's the Spirit. For our comic storylines, the first storyline with the smartass superhero was Spider-Man. Number 2, Awesome Guy is actually Superman. Number 3, Zippy was actually The Flash. Number 4, Mr. Boy Scout was actually Captain America. And number 5, Sad Face was Batman. So your answers there were Spider-Man, Superman, The Flash, Captain America, and Batman. And that brings us to our final category, a film by any other name. Calamity Express Can't Be Stopped is Unstoppable. Destiny Medicine Changes Human Brain, Limitless. Hornet Mask Rampage, The Green Hornet. Sorry, I missed one, I apologize. You screwing up your checking off, I apologize for that. Sorry. The first one was Unstoppable. The second one is Limitless. The third one was His Great Device Makes Him Famous, and that was Boogie Nights. Then Hornet Mask Rampage, that was Green Hornet. And finally, I Will Marry a Prostitute to Save Money is the foreign market's name for Pretty Woman. Why they didn't just translate the word for pretty and the word for woman, I don't know, but I prefer the title I Will Marry a Prostitute to Save Money. So there's your answers. Unstoppable, Limitless, Boogie Nights, Green Hornet, and Pretty Woman. And that's it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your answers for the game that was. Tune in next week for the game that will be episode 90. For now, I don't have any advice for you. Instead, you know what I do? My advice is, listen to something that'll make you laugh. Because laughter is the best medicine. Unless you're actually sick, in which case medicine is the best medicine. But I can't give you medicine over the internet. I can, however, give you some laughter. So, at the start of the show, I did my own little parody of the Saturday Night Live sketch of the Superfans. Now let's hear the actual Superfans in one of those sketches. If you like it, go check out Saturday Night Live. The classic stuff. This is Superfans. Enjoy.
Okay, we are here with the My Little Pony's kicker, Adam Vinatieri.
Hey, Bob, it's the Colts.
Oh, they must be pretty excited over there in Indianapolis.
Yeah, did anyone even watch the game, or was there a stock car race?
How many people live in Indianapolis? Like 1,000?
Please, the fridge's neck is bigger than Indianapolis.
The Bears!
The Bears!
We love our football in Indy.
Oh, yeah, that's why you're playing the dome. We wouldn't want you guys to get too chilly.
Yeah, you might get goosebumps and then have to shave your legs again at halftime.
Say whatever you want. We won.
Oh, look at this.
Kiki's got an attitude.
You didn't prove nothing. Let's see you take on the real Bears.
You mean like the 85 team?
No, he means the real Bears. Your Brown, your Grizzly, your Kodiak. Take your pick.
I still think we'd win.
know they'd have fewer turnovers.
Make your jokes, guys. We've got the championship ring.
How many of those you got by now?
I've got 4 of them.
Oh, well, you love your jewels, do you? Very masculine.
Diamond's your girl's best friend.
The heck's with you guys?
Hey, please, this is a family show, my friend. No cursing.
Yeah, that kind of language, it belongs in the gutter, the speakeasy, and Coach Ditka's press conferences.
You know what? You can keep your rings. I got something more valuable.
Show 'em.
One of Coach Ditka's hips. I bought it at an online auction.
Talk about priceless.
Still has some of the meat on it. Aging nicely.
Guys, it's 2007. Ditka's not the man anymore.
Coach Ditka's hair could single-handedly cure our dependence on foreign oil.
His hair follicles cure malaria.
Are you guys done?
So next time you show some respect for a man whose dedication, heart, and use of styling moose set a standard for all other coaches to follow.
Well put.
Bears.
Guys, bottom line, we won.
That doesn't matter. Things could be worse, really.
It's true.
How?
Well, like Peyton Manning could be doing this commercial.
Yeah, we don't need more of that.
You know whose commercials I never tire of, though?
Let me guess.
A certain Coach Ditka.
These are the best. The one with the male enhancement pill. Hilarious.
What do you mean?
I mean the idea that Ditka would require pharmaceutical assistance to perform. That gets me every time.
No, he uses the stuff.
If Coach Ditka would actually take the manhood pills, we'd have to evacuate half of the bar.
Well, that brings us to the end of another damn trivia show. You're a little wiser, a tad more intelligent, and a heck of a lot smarter. You're welcome. Remember, there are no stupid questions, but there are stupid answers. Luckily, those are usually funnier. Have a good day, have a great week. Stay smart.